Hello, everyone out there in Rumble, X, and YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego, and today we're going to talk about the latest episode of And Just Like Crap. That's right, the episode that dropped last night. Yes, it did, last night. Season 3, Episode 8. The name of this episode is called Happily Ever After. I don't know what the hell they were thinking with this episode. This is one of the shorter episodes, okay? And I know because I've reviewed every single episode of this show. I've reviewed every single episode of Sex and the City. I know what I'm talking about. This is a shorter episode. I think it clocked in like at 35 minutes or something, when most of these episodes are usually like 45 minutes long. Okay, this one was shorter than most. And why was this a shorter episode? Because nothing happened. Seriously, that's it. Nothing happened. Nothing important happened here. I think the theme of this episode was basically on indulging in things you know you shouldn't. Okay, things that are bad for you, even though you want to. So basically nothing happens. Now, I remember when I was a kid, there was a show that my mom used to watch. It came on Friday nights. Okay, I think it was on CBS. And it was called Dallas. Okay, ooh, you know what I'm talking about, right? Most of you out there. Okay, now this was part of the whole weekly soap opera thing they had at night. It wasn't just Dallas. It was like Knots Landing and Dynasty and Falcon Crest and the Colbys and all this other crap that I didn't watch. But my mom watched Dallas. Okay, and Dallas was by far the most popular of the nighttime soap operas. All right, was Dallas. I mean, that thing was winning awards, like Emmy awards, like crazy. Okay, Larry Hagman was the star of the show, and Larry Hagman played this this billionaire oil tycoon, Texan, cowboy, a rich cowboy of the Ewing family. Ewing Oil, okay, and J.R. Ewing, played by Larry Hagman, okay, who was famous already from not Bewitched, from I Dream of Jeannie. Larry Hagman was the leader of the family, and he was just this bastard. he was just rotten to the core. Okay, he was a bad guy. So of course, because he was rich, he was handsome, he was smart, he was seductive, he was charming, and he was evil. Of course, he got all the women. All right, and he did. Right, he fucked all the women on the show. He cheated on his wife like almost every single episode. but his wife cheated on him too. So it's not like it was one-sided. Okay, but basically it was kind of like Sopranos, but before Sopranos, without the cursing. Okay, and all the drama. His company is always going to be threatened to be taken over. Corporate raiders and stuff like that. And someone's always sleeping with someone's wife and that kind of thing. That's all the show was. But my mom was hooked on it, and I think they were doing one of the season finales. Somebody shot him. Okay, and the season ended with a cliffhanger. Who shot JR? Because that was his character's name, J.R. Ewing. Okay, and it was a very, very popular show, very dramatic. Okay, but things actually happened on Dallas. Like, characters would die. Okay, like one of the main characters died for like a whole season, and then they brought him back to life. In another season, it turned out to all be a dream. So a whole season was just someone's dream. I mean, just stupid stuff like that. All right. But the point I'm trying to make here is that on Dallas, things happened for shock value. Okay. Like, if you'd have like two characters be married, all of a sudden some woman shows up with a baby and it turns out to be the husband's baby, but I don't know you. And then sure enough, we find out later on, oh, he did know her and he kept it a secret. Ooh, and now that kid's there. And then after like 2 seasons, that kid's like 18 years old now. And like, he's going to take over the family business, and take it away from his dad, and by the way, he's sleeping with his stepmom now and all this stuff. It's just like, that's what would happen. Okay. But it was stupid, goofy stuff like this that kept women, mostly women, because men didn't watch this show, kept women interested so that they would want to see, oh, what's going to happen next? Oh, I got to find out, But things actually happened. Okay, something got set up. Okay, in the beginning of the season, something would happen, and then that would get referenced to later on. And then another character would be like, oh, remember when we did that, boom, which was like in episode 3 of the new season. Then be like, oh, okay, and that explains this, and that leads to this. Okay, so basically, what are the rules of filmmaking? Okay, is if you're going to show a gun in the first act, it better have been fired by the third act. Okay? Now, this show, okay, and just like crap, has shown us a lot of guns. A lot of things have been set up here. Okay? A whole lot of things have been set up here. Nothing's happened. Nothing has happened. The whole setup with Adam, okay, being the new gardener, planting his seeds, you know what I mean? That never happened, at least not with Carrie. But that was set up. Okay, Duncan Reeves, as a potential love interest for Carrie, the downstairs neighbor she could have sex with. I mean, they live in the same building, right? He didn't even show up this episode. He was talked about a lot in this episode, but he didn't actually show up. He wasn't even in it. Why? Aiden shows up. He's there. He's got time now because his son doesn't want to live with him anymore. So why didn't he just move in? Nope. Not explained. I mean, wasn't the whole point of last season was that Carrie and Aiden were going to try to make this long distance relationship work? And how has that progressed? It hasn't. He still came by to visit, and now he has no reason to stay in Virginia. I mean, his son Homer, the kid's like 18 or something, right? He doesn't really need to stay there. I think the kid actually, okay, he might be like 17. I don't know. So maybe 1 year instead of 5 years, maybe 1 year. Okay, but Wyatt is the pain in the ass. The reason he's really stuck in Virginia. I mean, that's a moot point now. We don't even need to worry about that anymore. Okay, that kid's a little fucking asshole, and his cheating mom. And I can understand why his mom cheated on her boyfriend Bob with her ex-husband. Okay, because we met Bob. Okay, and he's a pussy soy. Well, I mean that's every guy on the show, a pussy soy boy, beta male. But Bob is just, well, I guess you can add alcoholism to that too. He just represents everything that men are don't want to be like. Okay, and this show is very good at representing men that most men do not want to be like. Okay, me as a man, as a straight guy, okay, I do not want to be like Aiden. I don't want to be like Bob. I sure as hell don't want to be like Herb or Harry. Okay, these are all pussy soy boy beta males. Okay, with no backbone, no self-esteem, always self-depreciating themselves. That too ignorant to realize what's going on right in front of them or right next to them, in some cases. Okay. So preoccupied with stupid little trivial shit that they're not paying attention to the big picture. Okay, they show no leadership. Okay, they react to everything. They don't initiate anything. Okay, they complain out loud about their personal problems. Okay, they demand self-esteem affirmations from their wives. Okay, this is a load of shit. Okay, this is not what men really are. This show is never showing you what men really are. Okay, that's why you got to watch a YouTube channel like this to find out what men really are. Okay, and we're not perfect. I'm not saying that we're perfect. I'm sure as hell not saying we're better than women. We are not. I will never say that. Okay, but the way this show depicts men is not correct. This is not the way we really are. These aren't the things that we like. These aren't the things that we, that take up all of our time. Now, yes, there are some men like this out there, but those men are few and far between. And the show, it makes it look like all men are this way, and they're not. Nowhere near. Okay, you might find this hard to believe, ladies, but most guys, okay, if they think that their wife might be like having a crush on somebody else, they're gonna fucking find out about it. They're gonna pester you about it. They're not gonna fucking let that go. Oh, okay. No, they're not. And I know some of you are going, no, my husband never suspected when I was fucking around on him. I know a lot of you out there are gonna be saying that. Okay, but he suspected something. He might have been too afraid to ask you about it, but he suspected something. Okay, because like if you ask about it, that kind of means like it's a real thing now, instead of just like you being paranoid. You see what I mean? Okay, that's why they did. Okay, but any guy with sort of self-respect is definitely going to ask his wife, so what's going on with you and this guy? Okay, well, why are you having dinner with him? That kind of thing. You see what I mean? This is the same guy you took pictures with, a selfie with on the plane. That kind of thing. Okay, a normal guy would ask that to his wife, and that's not being jealous. It's not being controlling. That's being like, what the hell is this? You see what I mean? And that's what a normal guy would do, but you're never going to see that on the show. You're never going to see that. It's got abusive and controlling. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, that's the guy's wife. He has a right to know what fucking men are hanging out with his wife when he's not around. Okay? That's just fucking basic logic. I mean, it's the same thing with you ladies out there that are married. Okay, wouldn't you want to know what women are around your husband all the goddamn time? Okay, especially when it's just that woman and your husband alone. Wouldn't you want to know? Wouldn't you be concerned? Wouldn't you ask him about it? Of course you would. And you have the right to. That's your fucking husband, right? That's the father of your kids. That's the one you said your vows to. So what the fuck? Where's the respect? You see, the respect's only one-sided on the show. The men have to show the women respect. The women have to show the men respect. Okay? And that's bullshit. That's not a relationship. Okay? That's nothing. Okay? That's limp dick soy boy beta male behavior. Okay? Like I said, there's no real men on the show. No real man would ever put up with this shit. Okay? All right. Moving right along. Let's actually talk about this episode. The name of this episode is called Happily Ever After. Season 3, Episode 8. Okay? It starts off with Aiden. Aiden shows up at Carrie's house unannounced. He's got all his baggage with him. Get it? You get the pun? He's got extra baggage. Okay? Okay, he tries to put his clothes somewhere, but, you know, all he's got is this tiny little closet to put his stuff in because Carrie took over all the other closet space there. All right? Which, hey, it's her house. I get it. All right? The next scene, Harry is on bed rest, okay, because he just had surgery for his prostate cancer. And even though we don't see it, he keeps complaining that his nuts have swollen up to huge size. So he's got big, huge nuts right now. And the only time in his life he'll ever have them, because he definitely doesn't have them the rest of the time. All right. He's on bed rest at home, okay, and he wants Charlotte to inspect his swollen balls to see if the swelling has gone down at all. Like he can't do that himself. Okay, you see your butt, you see your nuts all the time. Okay, if they're getting smaller, wouldn't you recognize that? I mean, they're yours, right? Okay, but apparently, no, he needs Charlotte to inspect his nuts for him, to make sure that they're getting smaller, okay? Because they ballooned, okay? Well, if it was serious, first of all, your doctor, your multi-million-dollar doctor that you paid for, your cancer specialist, your oncologist, okay? He would not have let you recover at home if he thought you were in any danger, okay? So this is a load of shit right there, okay? Maybe a quack doctor or a cheap doctor, I can understand that, okay? But this guy's got the best medical care in the world, okay? Harry's fucking rich, okay? He's got the best medical care in the entire goddamn world. In New York City, no less, okay? I'm pretty sure if the doctor said it's okay for him to lay at home in bed, at home, without a nurse 24/7, he's going to be fine. All right? But of course, no, my nuts, are they going to get smaller? And once again, worrying and anxiety, all that kind of bullshit, all right? So that's going on here, okay? She didn't have time to inspect his nuts, okay, because Lisa shows up. Okay, Lisa shows up to pay Harry a visit. Why? Why would Lisa do that? Okay, since when have Lisa and Harry ever been close? Now, I can understand if Herbert showed up, her husband, because they're close, they're friends. Okay, they're both beta male, soul boy, bald-headed motherfuckers, okay, who get abused by their wives on a regular basis. Okay, I would understand Herb showing up, okay, that's his boy. But why would Lisa show up without her husband? That makes no sense, okay? And she shows up dressed like fucking Blippi. Okay, you know who Blippi is, okay? I have a little boy, okay? I know who fucking Blippi is. Okay, look that motherfucker up, okay? That's exactly what Lisa is wearing. Okay, and what does she bring as a gift? Okay, knowing that her friend's husband just had like cock surgery here, prostate surgery, she brings them a big box full of Hawaiian macadamia nuts, the jumbo size. You get the joke? You gave me some big nuts. Get it? Did you get the joke? Okay, because Harry got it. He even said it out loud. Oh my God, you brought me some big, sweaty, juicy, hairy balls. Get it? Get it? Yes, Blippi. Yes, yeah, Lisa in her Blippi Halloween costume. Actually, it's not Halloween because she's dressed like that every day. She's a goddamn kaleidoscope. All right, so she shows up there, gives him some jumbo macadamias from Hawaii. Ooh. All right. Then Charlotte and Lisa go for a walk outside. Okay, they walk and talk, and Lisa tells Charlotte that she's still fantasizing about her employee, her editor that she hired to work on the documentary that she's been working on for 9 years and still not done with it yet. His name is Marion. He looks like an NBA player, 7'2", hung to his shoe. Okay, and yeah, you probably recognize him. His name's Makad Brooks. Okay, he was Jax in Mortal Kombat, and he's got Mortal Kombat 2. They just came out with that trailer a couple days ago. I know most of you women don't give a shit, but if you guys are watching out there, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, Mortal Kombat 2. The trailer just got announced. And yes, this butthead is in there as well as Jax with the robotic cyborg arms. Okay, and before that, he was freaking Jimmy Olsen on Supergirl. Yeah, it looks just like Jimmy Olsen, doesn't he? Anyway. Makad Brooks, this guy's got bling all over the place. He wears loose, like these like pastel colored, freaking what do you call it? Golfer shirts, you know, these fucking these tight pants and these bling. He's got fucking watches and fucking and bracelets and fucking rings on and shit and earrings, all this kind of fucking shit. These polos, neon polo shirts and stuff. It's ridiculous what this fucker wears. All right. Anyway, so she's fantasizing about him still. Okay. Now she did get a break from fantasizing about him when her dad died. But now that her dad's, already been buried and all that, and now she's fantasizing about cheating on her husband again, which makes sense. Okay, all the women on the show, I'm surprised any woman on the show has been faithful. As a matter of fact, I would go so far as to say none of the women on the show have been faithful to their men, ever. And that includes Carrie when Big was alive. All right, definitely not Samantha. She would never be faithful to anybody. Okay, but the reason they're not showing it is because there are some women out there that would get mad if. Because there's still a few of you out there, okay? I know the people that create the show don't realize this, okay? But there are actually a few women out there that are still upset that Miranda and Steve divorced, okay? There's a few out there that would get upset if Charlotte were to cheat on Harry, okay? There's a few out there that would get upset, okay? Because the entire point of Sex and the City, the original show, was for each of these women to finally find their man and stay with him. Okay, that was the whole point. That's why they had all that sex, was to find the right guy. At least that's the excuses they were using, right? Was to find the right guy. And every time they kept fucking the wrong guy over and over again, okay, until they finally got the men that they were meant to end up with. Okay, Miranda ended up with Steve. Charlotte ended up with Harry. Carrie ended up with Big. All right, and Samantha ended up with Smith Jared, but that ended up just be like a fuck thing, because she couldn't commit to him, even though he's like, a 10. He's rich. He's super good looking. He's smart. He's caring. He doesn't give a shit that his girlfriend fucks other guys. He still forgave her and didn't care about it. And was still faithful to her, but she still was like, oh. You're the most I'll ever be able to love a man, but no, I just can't. It's not me. That kind of, even though she's like, by this time, she's like 55 years old and it's not going to get any fucking dick. Anyway, that's not the point. We're not talking about Samantha, okay? As unrealistic as that was, the point of Sex and the City was all these women were going to fuck as many guys as they had to until they found the right guy for them, okay? But yet when men do the exact same thing, we get chastised for it. We get told that we're all insecure, we're all mommy's boys, we can't keep it in our pants, we can't control ourselves, we're so immature, and all that kind of bullshit. So when we do the exact same thing, we're chastised for it. But when women do it, they're empowered, right? Get the fuck out of here with that noise, all right? You're not empowered with shit, okay? The more men you fuck, the less men like you, and that's the truth. That's why you keep it a secret, okay? If you don't believe me, go ahead. Tell your husband right now how many men you really had sex with before him, okay? Tell him right now, exactly. You know goddamn well you can't do that. Okay, and you guys that are watching, you're probably looking at her like right now, like, what's he talking about, honey? Oh, no, nothing. He's just an insecure beta male on YouTube. I don't care what he says. You don't believe him. He would never tell you the truth about anything. I only know two guys. That's it. You know that already. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Anyway, moving right along. Yeah, so Lisa's still fantasizing about fucking her employee Marion. Okay, and she dreams that he works for. She had a dream that he's been working for her on a farm or something with vegetables. Yeah, this is what she dreams about. Okay, and that he fucking just takes her, like, I guess, over the tractor or something, just plows her, like the other type of plowing, you know what I mean? Bedroom plowing, but not in the bedroom. Okay, and Charlotte tells her, oh, that's no big deal. I do that all the time, too. I fantasize about fucking the guys at the gallery, the guys that hang up the paintings, the overpriced bullshit artwork that we sell. Yeah, I fantasize about fucking those guys, too. I flirt with them, too. All the girls at work do. We all do that. She goes, but I know it's a dream. You know why? Because when I'm dreaming about fucking those other guys, my hair is a lot shorter. So that tells me that it's all just a dream. I'm not really cheating on my husband. Get the fuck out of here. This is a load of shit. I know this show is trying to make it look like it's so nuanced and like, oh my God, really? You're fantasizing about other men? Shame on you. Get the fuck out of here, okay? I know you ladies think you're fucking special because you fantasize about fucking other guys. I guarantee you, your fucking husbands and boyfriends always fantasize about fucking other women. All the goddamn time. All right? I don't give a shit how much they tell you they love you, okay? Okay, when they're doing your doggy style, okay, and their eyes are closed, okay, they're fucking Scarlett Johansson, okay? And by that, I've fucked Scarlett Johansson so many fucking times, I'm tired of her, okay? I've already moved on. Okay, I've moved on to Sydney Sweeney now, okay? And that's the fucking truth, all right? I know you don't want to hear that, but it's the fucking truth, okay? It's the fucking truth. There's nothing that you do that's so risque and naughty that men haven't already fucking done way before you, just because they don't fucking tell you about it, all right? It's fucking true, okay? Men fantasize about fucking other women all the goddamn time, okay? You name a hot celebrity out there who's hot right now, oh my God, absolutely. I've already fucked Jenna Ortega, okay? I fucked, Winona Ryder years ago, okay? I had a 3-year affair, okay, with Margot Robbie, okay? Like I said, I've been pounding ScarJo for the past several years now, okay? I remember when me and Ashley Judd, okay, were a faithful couple for like 10 years, okay? I mean, all right, so don't tell me, okay? Wow, I can't believe I admitted all that. But it's true. It's true. Okay, so that's going on here. So you're not telling me anything new here, okay? So yes, it's dreams. Okay, like I said, no one gives a shit. That's no big deal. Every guy dreams about fucking another woman. You know, Katy Perry. There's another one I had a one night stand with. Okay, so anyway, Lisa admits to openly flirting with Marion. Okay, and feeling this energy. See, this is the bullshit that women like to use. Okay, and I've experienced this myself in my personal life. Okay, women don't ever say, "Oh my God," you know. I was talking to you, and I just got so attractive, and my pussy started getting wet, and I just wanted to touch you, and I got these tingly feelings. No, they don't say that. They're just like, you know, we have this great energy. This energy between us. You know, this is a load of bullshit, okay? We know goddamn well what you fucking mean. You women come up with these stupid ass words to excuse your own fucking behavior. Like even in this episode, you know, she says like, oh, that we're flirting at work. Okay. That's all we're doing is just flirting at work. Okay. It's flirking. Oh, that's a new word now. Trend it. Flirking. Flirting at work. Ooh, see, flirking. That's a word they use. Okay. Or another one, it's a work thing. A work thing. Okay. That means you're going to go out with somebody you work with on a fucking date. But if you call it a work thing, it doesn't sound like you're going out on a date because you're going to fuck. Okay. It sounds like a work thing. You see what I mean? You come with these stupid ass words. Okay. In order to hide what you really mean. There's other words other than flirting. Okay. It means flirting with a guy is what it means. Flirting with a guy. So what do you fucking works with you? Maybe it's a customer who just comes into your job. Okay, but you're flirting with another guy. That's what it really is. So don't call it fucking flirting. Okay? Or my work husband. Get the fuck out of here, your work husband. Okay, that's the guy that you're fucking at work. Okay, that your husband doesn't know about. All right? That's what your work husband is. Okay, don't give me that bullshit. Okay, and he's married too. So don't give me that shit. All right? So anyway, so don't give me a woman power. Okay? You're over here fucking another woman's husband. Okay, so don't fucking tell me you're all about women power. Okay? Fuck you. Moving right along. Okay, all that's going on here, okay, and Charlotte So's like, we know, but you want, isn't that what you want, Lisa? Don't you want a connection with someone that you're working with creatively? You know, and Lisa's like, yeah, we're just flirking. New word. That kind of thing. You know, we flirt, you know, with this cute, you know, and of course, like I said, Charlotte admits to doing it too. Okay, the next scene is at the gallery. Okay, the piece of shit gallery where Charlotte works making 30 grand a year, while her husband makes at least fucking 500 grand a year as a partner in his law firm. Anyway, but her job is more important than his because it's hers. Okay, so at the gallery, the women are squirting like I guess semen. Okay, into a condom. They're measuring how much they put in there because it's part of the art show. They're gonna put a mattress on the floor that looks like your average fucking goth chick, you know, college dropouts, fucking a studio apartment. Okay, it's a mattress on the floor. Okay, with dirty soiled sheets. Okay, you've got bottles of liquor everywhere. You got tampons everywhere. You got towels everywhere to wipe your fucking cum off of. You know, you got dirty butt stained pillows and all that kind of shit. Okay, yeah, and they're putting a soiled condom in there. Okay, so they're measuring how much fucking cum they put in the condom so they can place it on the mattress. That's the art. Okay, that's the art that's going to be on display at the gallery here. Now listen, motherfuckers. Okay, I went to art school. Okay, I went to the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. Okay, I did. All right, and this is called 4D performance art. Okay, and this is a load of shit. Even I can see through this shit. Okay, and I went to art school. Okay, I know people like this. Okay, this is a load of shit. Okay. I remember our project in 4D class, at the end of the semester, one guy just got up there, okay, on stage and just jerked off. Okay, that was his whole thing. That was it, okay? And that was considered art. He just jerked off. He just beat his meat in front of all of us. Like, what the fuck is this? I can do that at home for fucking free. What the fuck? That's not art. I'm gonna get graded on this? What the hell is this shit? Anyway. Moving right along, so that's what's going on here. Okay, you know, and on this messed up fucking mattress on the floor, okay, you've got a bag of Cheetos there. Again, because you got product placement. You gotta have a lot of product placement in this episode, okay? It's not just the Cheetos that you're gonna see here. You're gonna see some other shit. You're gonna see fucking like macadamia nuts. You're gonna see the fucking goddamn cookies and stuff, all sorts of shit on here. All right, so that's going on here, okay? And you know, it's a floor mattress with a bag of Cheetos, and Charlotte says like it's pre-Lena Dunham. Okay, before women were celebrated for being this messy. So apparently Lena Dunham, and you know who she is, okay? She's this fucking fat, disgusting, ugly Jewish fucking TV writer and producer. She was a star of her own TV show called Girls, I think. I never fucking watched an episode of it, okay? But the super handsome Adam Driver came out of that show. Yeah, you know him from Star Wars, yeah. Anyway, and she's always about women's rights, and she's always about fucking, you know, don't take a bath, don't shave your armpits, don't shave your legs. That's just the patriarchy making you do that. You know, women never lie about sexual assault, okay? Women never lie about that, but yet here she is, as soon as she met Brad Pitt for the first time, she jumped on him and tried to fucking sexually assault him live on camera, and he was like, get this fat, ugly bitch away from me. And she was just like it was a cool thing. So it's okay when she sexually assaults a man. It's not okay when a man sexually assaults a woman. Okay, just so you know. Okay, and that's according to her. Anyway, apparently, I don't know that much about her, just a little bit of stuff that I read. Like I said, I've never watched her TV show or anything like that. But I do know she's a fucking cunt. Okay, she's a disgusting cunt. Okay, she thinks that feminism is all about like fucking, you know, leaving your fucking soiled tampons all over the floor, not taking a bath, you know, not putting your dirty clothes in a hamper, like just leaving it on the floor, shit like that. She's a very messy person. So Charlotte's saying like this is the Lena Dunham thing before Lena Dunham made it cool to be a disgusting fucking bacterial infested slut. Okay, that's exactly what's going on here. Okay. And that's what this exhibit is about, okay? For being messy, okay? And all of a sudden, Charlotte has a vertigo spell. And where the fuck did this come from? Did she ever have vertigo before? I'm trying to remember. I don't think she ever had vertigo before. I cannot remember one episode of Sex and the City or this show where she actually had vertigo. But apparently she's saying, I'm having a vertigo spell again. Well, what's the again part? Does anybody know what she's talking about? Did she have vertigo at any other episode? Because I don't remember that ever happening before. Anyway, so she's having vertigo right there, okay? And why are we seeing this plot point? For no reason, okay? It's not gonna affect anything later on. All right, the next scene, Joy. Joy, the butt ugly, tall, pale-skinned, redhead lesbian, British lesbian, who's in love with Miranda, I guess. Okay, she stops by to visit Miranda, okay, with her emotional baggage. Get it? Okay, and she came in for a kiss and a quick drink. Okay, despite the fact that she knows that her girlfriend does not drink because her girlfriend's an alcoholic. But it's fine because Miranda cured her alcoholism by reading the feminist book on the Boss Bitch book on how to stop being an alcoholic. I'm not making that up. There's a fucking book like that. The Feminist Way, I don't remember the exact name of it, but it was the Empowered Woman's Guide to Stopping Drinking, or the Feminist Guide to Quit Being an Alcoholic. It was some shit like that. She didn't do a 12-step program. She didn't join AA, nothing like that, okay? She bought a book, okay, a feminist fucking bullshit book on how a boss babe can stop drinking alcohol. Okay, I guess the one that teaches everybody, not just whether you're a man or a woman, on how to stop drinking, that doesn't count. It's the feminist lesbo version. That's the one that she used to quit drinking. Okay, with no repercussions at all, no having to make amends, none of that shit. Okay, none of the pointing out your defects of character, nothing about doing your inventory, nothing about apologizing to the people you fucked over, nothing about making restitution to the people you fucked over. Nothing about finding a higher power. None of that. See, I know a little bit about this, all right? There's nothing in there about that. It's just a feminist boss bitch way of quitting alcohol. All right. So anyway, Joy shows up and she gives her this huge bottle of gin. Okay. Okay. And Miranda tells her it's okay. And Joy's, oh my God, I forgot she don't drink. He's like, oh, no, it's okay. You're more important to me than anything else. I'll do whatever you want me to do. God. You know, because that's how Miranda is, okay? In case you haven't noticed, okay, when Miranda falls for another butt ugly lesbian, okay, she is so infatuated that she will do whatever the fuck they say. Okay, she will surrender all fucking agency, all her boss bitchiness goes out the fucking window as soon as she meets a butt ugly goddamn lesbian. All right, and I'm talking hideous. Okay, the uglier the better, the more in love she is. Okay, and she will do whatever they say. She will eat their shit. She will fucking walk around the house with a fucking collar on. Okay, she will do whatever the fuck they want. Okay, especially if they look like fucking Jackie Gleason with fucking lipstick on. Okay, she's all over that shit. Okay, she'll be submissive as a motherfucker. It's only when men are around that she decides to be all bossy and shit. All right, so that's going on here. Okay, you know, Miranda tells her it's okay to leave the bottle with her because she promises she won't drink it. Yeah, right. Okay, next scene, Carrie wakes up with Aiden. Okay, I guess they had sex. Okay, she has to get up to do her writing session. Okay, because every day, her and Duncan, her downstairs neighbor, who's also a writer, he's working on a nonfiction book about Margaret Thatcher, and he needs a woman's opinion because he doesn't know how to fucking write historical people. All right, so they have a session where they could critique each other's books. Okay, whereas Carrie is writing a turn of the century 1847 a novel about some fucking bitch who lives in her house back then. Meanwhile, Duncan Reeves is downstairs writing about Margaret Thatcher. All right, so they proofread each other's work, okay, and they critique each other. And she has to meet with him. They do this every day. All right, she has to meet with him, okay, and she says there'll be a few hours. We usually spend a few hours just working down there, okay, or up here, wherever the fuck they do it, okay. With Duncan, you know, and has nothing for him to eat. She's got nothing for him to eat because instead of going to the store, they decided just to have sex. All right, so he's bummed out. Aiden's bummed out about this, and he tells her that Wyatt, his son Wyatt, the fucking ADHD kid who's not getting fucking Adderall like he needs to, okay, and is violent. He likes to smash windows with pitchforks. Okay, that Wyatt, okay, wants to live with his mom, Kathy now. Doesn't want to live with his dad anymore, and from now on. And Carrie says, like, why do you think that he's so? Maybe it's because he loves her more than he loves me, okay? I don't know. He won't answer me. He won't talk to me. That kind of thing. Well, who is Kathy living with? Her boyfriend, Bob? Okay, who she cheats on all the time? I mean, how's this going to be? Anyway. Yeah, so he wants to live with his mom now, okay? And Carrie says, oh my God, Aiden, that's terrible. I'm going to cancel my writing session with Duncan now because I feel bad for you. That kind of thing, all right? So that happens. Like I said, so far nothing's really happening. Nothing important's happening. Okay, next scene, Seema is having spoon sex with Adam. Okay, yes, it's as disgusting as it seems, okay? Why? Because Seema actually has her fucking bra on. Who the fuck has sex with her bra on? Okay, when you're in bed. Okay, now of course Adam's butt naked. The men are always naked, okay? But the women always cover up their tops. Like, this is so fucking unrealistic. None of the women on the show have shown their titties except for fucking Miranda, and she has the worst pair, okay? We don't need to see this shit. Okay, but no other woman on the show ever shows her breasts, even though this is a fucking HBO Max show. Okay, why is that? Because this is not fucking realistic. This is a load of crap. Nobody has sex like that. I fuck my girl, okay, this exact same position as well, okay? And believe me, she does not have her fucking bra on when we're doing it. This is a load of shit, okay? And don't, oh my God, don't even, like, ugh. My girl's a hell of a lot better looking than Seema, all right? Anyway, moving right along. So they're having spoon sex, okay, with her bra on. Okay, he's butt naked because we get a long look at his fucking ass. Okay, and of course she comes like a fucking like the sound of a whale dying. That's what it sounds like when she comes, all right? And she sticks her fingers in his mouth and stuff from behind, like he's just like, it's as disgusting as a fucking scene. It's fucking gross as shit, all right? Okay, and then they both start laughing. Okay, like it's the fucking clown show, like it's fucking Evening at the Improv or some shit. Okay, who wants to be a fucking comedian here? Okay, like who's got talent? Okay, with the panel right, they're all just so fucking laughing like it's fucking funny. Okay, no, it's not funny. It's disgusting. All right, okay, and he tells her, I didn't even come yet. Oh no, shit, you didn't come because Seema's disgusting. I wouldn't fucking come either. God damn it. You want to know? You're doing an episode about a woman fantasizing about fucking another guy, okay? How about having Adam fantasize about fucking someone hot for a change, okay? Because that's the only way he's going to come. That's the only way he's going to come. He's not going to come looking at her, okay? I could never come looking at that, okay? That's disgusting to me, okay? She's fucking disgusting to me. I would have to close my eyes and pretend I'm with fucking, I don't know, Jennifer Love Hewitt or young pretty Jennifer Love, not modern day fat ass Jennifer Love Hewitt, not that one, okay? Okay, but the first one I thought about when I said that name was for the The original one, the one from like Party of Five back in the night. That's the one I was thinking about. Okay, I wasn't thinking about the one from a couple of days ago where she went to the premiere of her fucking movie with an extra 120 pounds below the waist. Oh my God! Wow, that was a wrong name to say. Anyway, okay, but you know what I mean. Hey, some guys like that too. I guess I could deal with it because it's still Jennifer Love Hewitt. It's not fucking Seema Patel. But anyway, so never mind. I amended. I would take modern. I would take 2025 Jennifer Love Hewitt over fucking 2025. Whoever the fuck this Seema Patel bitch is, or whatever her real name is, I don't care. All right, so that's going on here. They have Spoon said he didn't come yet, okay, and they start laughing like it's funny or something. I don't know. What's funny about not coming, okay? I mean, how come it is when a woman doesn't come on the show, it's like a natural disaster, you know? You know, it's like one of those fucking those movies, you know, those drama movies, okay, where everything goes on, okay. But yet, when the guy doesn't come, it's just a big laugh session. You know, what the fuck's up with that? Of course. Did I tell you that gay people make this show? Okay, now you know. All right. So meanwhile, Lisa tries to get home. Tries to get Herbert, sorry, not home. She tries to get Herbert all turned on, her husband. Okay, they're in bed together. He's asleep, topless. She's in bed, completely clothed. And she looks over at him and she's diddling her dowel. You can tell that she's playing with herself there. And she decides she wants to get him turned on. Okay, because she wants to fuck. All right, because she's thinking about marrying. Okay, so she starts to try to fuck him. Okay, with her clothes on. Like I said, okay, very realistic. Okay, the women also have their clothes on when they're having sex. It's the men that are naked, but the women also have their clothes on. All right. So she tries to fuck him with her clothes on, telling him that he's hot and sexy. Okay, this guy's bald and dopey. He's got dad bod. He's fucking smooth and he's got flab and shit. I mean, this guy's not in shape at all. Okay. He's a beta male. He's got a high pitched voice. Okay. He acts like a woman. He walks like a fucking woman. Okay. There's nothing fucking attractive about this man at all. Okay. Unless you're fucking gay. Okay. Maybe it's money. That's it. All right. You know, it wouldn't work. Okay. But she's calling him, he's hot. You're so handsome and you're so hot. He's like, really? You think I'm hot? You think I'm handsome? You think I'm sexy? Like he's not even used to hearing this. Okay. Okay. So that's going on here. But he stops because I don't know. Just hold that thought, sweetheart, because I have to go pee. Just like that. Okay. He has to go to the bathroom, okay, and get his pussy all nice and wet for her, okay? Do his little foreplay routine, get the vibrator and all that stuff first before she can enter him, okay? That's what he's saying. He has to go pee, and by pee I mean sitting down pee. That's what he's got to go do. All right, yeah, because that's what men say. They tell the wives, hey, sweetheart, I have to go pee, just like that. Yeah, just like that. That's realistic. Okay, so that's going on here. You know, he tells her, hey, you said I'm hot, right? You did say I was hot. I heard you. You know, that kind of thing. Hold that thought. And she's like, I'm holding. Like that. Okay, Lisa, of course, loses her horniness. Okay, she's not aroused anymore. Once he goes in the bathroom, she hears him peeing like while sitting down. Then he tells her, hey, sweetheart, we need to buy more toilet paper. Put that on the list. That kind of shit. Once she hears that, she's lost all her excitement, all her arousal is gone. Okay. She hears that. Okay, and yeah, it's done. Okay, she ain't aroused anymore. All right. What the fuck, dude? If you had to go pee, why were you asleep if you had to go pee? Okay. No, if you got to go pee, you're gonna wake up and go pee, and then you're gonna try to get back into bed. Okay. You're not just gonna wake up with a woman on top of you and go like, I gotta go pee. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. All right. You would have already gotten up to go pee. Okay. Remember, he was asleep. So next scene, Lisa's at work. Okay. And she's watching Marion fucking eat some fucking papaya. Okay. Like, oh. Hi. I just love papaya, don't you? Would you, like some? Like that. Just like that. And of course, you know, there's fucking Lisa just like... just like that, okay? We're supposed to act like we don't know what's going on here. Okay, yeah, so Marion tells her, you know, that, you know, he also does the... like that. The French kiss. All men do that, too, when they're flirting with a girl. Like that. Well, at least when they're in a gay bar. All right. So he French kisses it, the papaya, and then he offers some to her. Okay. Lisa says, like, I'm fine. I'm fine with my usual everyday kale salad. You know, no croutons with the dressing on the side. The usual shit I eat every single fucking day. Yep. No difference. I'm fine. I'm good. Just like that. Mary says, like, you know, I couldn't bring myself to order another boring salad. Not that your salad's boring, no. I just wanted something different. What about you, Lisa? Don't you ever want anything different? Like that, all right? Lisa's like, nope, never, nope, never. I'm fine with what I have. No, I'm good. Now, this is all bullshit, okay? All these women would have cheated a long time ago, okay? I do not believe for one fucking second that any woman on this show would have ever stayed faithful to any fucking guy, okay? I'm not buying that. No guy's going to buy that. Okay, these are all a load of fucking cunts, okay? Every single one of them. There's nothing redeemable about any of them, okay? They're all pieces of shit. These are all these are the women that men have nightmares being married to. Okay? God forbid if you're a young man and you married a woman who was nice, sweet, and treated you like a fucking king. Okay? And now fast forward 30 years, 20 years later, and she's turned into one of these fucking bitches. Okay? It's disgusting. It's sad. I know plenty of guys this has happened to. Okay? These are the nightmares that men have. Okay? So romance, getting married is so fucking overrated. Okay, you want to know why men don't get married? Okay, it's because divorce is so high. You know why divorce is so high? Because women always turn into these fucking cunts. That's why it's so fucking high. Okay, and no guy wants to go through all that shit. They watch their dads go through it. They watch their uncles go through it. Okay, they don't want to go through it. Okay, that's why men aren't getting married anymore. Okay, that's why that's not happening. That's why women are freezing their eggs. Okay, because they know goddamn well they're not gonna be able to have a kid until they're in their fucking 40s and 50s because they got to ride that corporate ladder. Okay, and no man's gonna stick around while they're doing that. Okay, no man's going to stay with a woman who puts her career first. Okay, the reason men put their career first is because the career is what gets them to support their families. It's the career that allows them to take care of their wives and their children. Okay, but if you're a single woman, what the fuck is the career going to do for you? It's going to do nothing for you but fund your goddamn vacations to Jamaica and Greece so you can fuck all these guys that don't give two fucking shits about you. And by the time you realize that you actually want to settle down, you're tired of all that fucking loose dick, and you actually want something stable, someone who actually gives a shit about you. You're too fucking old. And by that time, you can't even pair bond anymore. So what's the even point? What's the point? Okay, yeah. So that's going on here. Okay, Marion says, you know, he talks about that. He asks her out to see a documentary. Apparently, there's this feminist black woman documentary that's playing. Okay, and he says, I was always, you know, I find myself thinking about you and me. Oh, really? What do you think about you and me? Well, you know, I was just... I know that you had plans tonight, but there's a documentary that's going to be playing. It's called The Bullshit. It's an all-white movie theater, by the way. Oh, it's an all-black movie theater, by the way. Sorry. Didn't mean to be racist there. It's an all-black movie theater. See, it's not racist. It's an all-black movie theater. We're going to be playing this bullshit black lesbian woman documentary. And the executive producer of it works for the Obamas. Ooh, and I know her. So if we go to it tonight, you and me, I could introduce you to her, and we can probably get Michelle Obama to be in this documentary, because isn't that what your producers wanted? They wanted Michelle Obama to be in the documentary. Well, I think if you come with me, I think we can make that happen. And she's like, oh, well, I was going to go see Charlotte's gallery show tonight. So yeah, so that's the nugget the carrot he holds up in front of her. he can introduce her to one of Obama's development executives that are going to be there. And that would allow her to get Michelle Obama to be in her documentary, her 10-part Black lesbian pioneers trailblazing documentary that has taken her 9 years to work on, and she's still not done with it yet. Yeah, that one. Okay, yes. Okay, I'm going to stop my review right here. Okay, but I'll be back to continue my review. I thank you very much for watching this long, and I'll see you soon on the next one. Bye.